My parents were pretty lax on me when I was young. They were open about most things. I could curse and even watch adult TV shows, but they never really explained sex to me. I just knew naughty parts were funny. While I could do pretty much anything I want to do in my own household, other parents didn't feel the same way. So there was Laura's mother. She was young, too young to be a parent really. She was an alcoholic. She was very Christian. She was mildly racist. And she didn't much care for me either. So while at Laura's house, I had to hold my tongue very carefully. I couldn't even mention that Laura listened to NSYNC and Will Smith while at my house. We just quietly played board games while we were at her house. It was a big house. The attic was giant and reddish brown. Nowadays, Caravaggio paintings remind me of this attic, which just so happened to be Laura's room. The stairs that led to the attic were tiny, like they were designed for children. There were a ton of cardboard boxes in there, filled with pointless trinkets and eccentricities, porcelain figurines, photo albums of other families, plastic cups from Rally's, the fast food place, mason jars full of honey that I assume was expired, empty Winchester bullet boxes, wax candle after wax candle after wax candle. I guess with how much Laura's mom worked as a single mother, she didn't have very much time to organize. Laura was a very nice girl, if not a very naive girl. She must have thought I was cool because of how much I cursed. I certainly didn't act cool. I was a confused 8-year-old. I guess she was too. One day I came over with toy swords, rapiers, like little rapier toys, and I was going to play with Laura and her other friends from another town. I was really looking forward to it. We had talked about this days in advance. It was 7 at night, and from the outside it seemed as though the lights were off in the house when I knocked. Really wanting to play, I tried the door, which was locked. I was about to go into a crying fit, as I often did at the drop of a hat as a child, when the door made a small series of almost undetectable clicking noises. I tried the door again, and it opened. There was a trail of candles leading up to the attic, and I could hear a record player playing some slow oldie I can't recall. The girls were dressed in bed sheets. Their clothes were in a messy pile at the top of the stairs. At the top of the pile were their panties. The other girls, Carol and Aurora, were both about 13 years old. There was a tub of steaming hot water in the middle of the attic. It smelled of baby lotion. Laura was just sitting on her bed, watching as the other two stripped me down, to which I didn't struggle for some reason. Laura's friends dipped their hands into the soapy water as the sheets they wore fell off, and seemed as though they were about to wash me. In a sort of haze, I got up and dressed. I left feeling discombobulated, feeling abnormally cold, a coldness that chilled me even once I was dressed again, a coldness that persisted even as I went to bed that night, under thick and heavy blankets, a coldness that was unflinching, even beside the radiant orange hue of a kerosene heater. I think I was 11 the next time we hung out. We didn't talk about what had happened, but I did find a full box of bullets when rummaging in her attic.